Welcome back, Internet, to another Reddit stories. This one is entitled Parents. Basically, parents that have kids and they think that little Jimmy is the best and he deserves the best and your kid sucks. Entitled Mom tries to steal my longboard while I'm riding it. Quick backstory. I got a longboard for my birthday in 2017. It is awesome and kind of expensive. I custom build it. I ride it anywhere I can. So one day I was riding it to work. My work uniform consists of a hat, so you can see where I work without seeing my shirt. Then this happened. You know the cast at this point, so I won't bother to explain it. Entitled Kid. Hey, I like your skateboard a lot. Me. Yeah, I got it for my birthday. I built it myself. Can I try it? Now, normally I'm good with little kids, but I don't like kids touching my stuff. Also, little kid plus longboard in street equals mega disaster. Yeah, sorry kid, I don't like people touching my stuff. And also, it could be dangerous because you're too young. This is when Entitled Mom jumps in. You would actually never expect her to be an entitled mom. No Karen haircut, not overweight, not a soccer mom. Entitled Mother. Oh come on, just let him ride, it's fine. I'm sorry, I'm just not comfortable letting him touch my stuff. I'm an adult, and you have to listen to me. Give it to me now, the entitled kid wants it. No, it's not happening. Goodbye. Give me that, you kid. You have to listen to adults by law. I'll call the cops. I proceed to start riding away when this lady grabs my ducking longboard and then pulls it from underneath my feet and I trip. She starts to walk away. I get up to see entitled kid starting to ride it. I step in front of him, push him off, and grab my board. Hey, you little jerk. I see your hat. I'm gonna get you fired. Try it. I'm off the clock and my manager doesn't give a crap what I do off the clock, so go ahead, call. She proceeds to actually call and tell me that I'm fired. I go and talk to my manager and she said that she lied to the woman and just told her to F off. My manager is a legend. Anyways, thanks for reading, short and sweet. Edit. I made the board and got it for my birthday in that there was a shop that custom made boards, like you choose parts and build it from the ground up. And people who work there assemble it, but you choose the parts. Sorry, should have been more clear. You know, people would say like, hey, well people obviously don't have to listen to adults, that's not against the law, but oh my goodness, you'd be so surprised about how many people don't know what actual laws are and just try to make them up on the spot saying, hey, it's a law, you gotta listen to me. I've been in situations like that and well, frankly, I know the law and I just basically tell them to, yeah, that's great, go call the cops. I had surgery, and an entitled mommy and her bratty kid hurt me badly. Okay, so here's the cast. Me is me, EM is you-know-who, and BK is bratty kid. Background. Before my husband and I decided to live the child-free lifestyle, we tried for 3 heartbreaking years to get pregnant. Then, let that go. Child-free is the correct choice for us. Please don't feel sorry for me, we've moved on and we're not pursuing adoption nor fostering. So during the years of trying, failing, and getting dead fetuses removed from my body, I had an ectopic pregnancy. By the time they found it, my fallopian tube had burst. They quickly fixed it and cleanly, but I still had major surgery. I went to work for a short while the next day, as I'm out on the sidewalk in front of a building in a major metropolitan area, when suddenly, bratty kid comes running at me in full force and rams straight into my newly sutured stomach. I said, oof, and took a step back and almost fell. I definitely had tears in my eyes and that really hurt. Entitled Mom saw the whole encounter. She walked over to me and instead of apologizing or asking if I'm okay, she says, aren't kids the best? My answer was something along the lines of, I just had surgery yesterday and bratty kid just hit me in the stomach where my sutures are. You should watch your kids more closely. Entitled Mom proceeds to call me every name in the book as she gathers bratty kid and stomps down the sidewalk. So I dated a girl a couple of years ago that had 2 kids, 2 little boys, and it was impossible going anywhere shopping with them because I wasn't daddy, so I couldn't tell her kids what to do or whatever. But at the same time, like, the kids would just go run around and get into things, and she would be like, well, they're just boys doing boy stuff, and I'm like, no, I would go and try to like wrangle them up and try to be like, no, get out of that. No, come on over here. You're running away from us. Oh, geez. Just some parents. Anyway, on to the next one. No, your gifted 2nd grader isn't going to skip the line. I have no problems with children. I have no problems with parents. I do, however, have problems with parents who think their kids hung the moon and they deserve special treatment. Small background. I'm volunteering at the World Championship Robotics Tournament this week. A couple of days are for elementary and middle school kids, and a couple are for high school and college kids. So currently, we're in elementary and middle school set of kids. Me, who is currently volunteering at the volunteer sign-in volunteer health booth. Hi, how can I help you? Mom. Yeah, how do I get an inspection pass? Note, an inspection pass lets a team jump to the front of the line to get their robot to the judges, so they don't spend almost 45 minutes waiting in line. Me. Either someone from your child's team has to volunteer, or a parent has to volunteer. And then we'll mark that down after you completed the volunteer time, and your team will get a pass afterwards. Mom. Can I just say I volunteered and get one? Me. No, it's specifically for teams with volunteers. It's an incentive to help out. Mom. Well, my son's team won regionals in Texas. He's incredibly gifted. Me. Ma'am, I understand, but every team has won regionals in their area. It's the World Championship. Every team here is incredibly gifted. Mom. So you're telling me my son isn't special? Me. I didn't say that. I did say that everyone here is talented, and I can't give every team an inspection pass just because they're gifted. It would defeat the purpose of the pass? Mom then sees the head director, Janet. Hi, yeah, she's not giving me an inspection pass. Janet. Did you or someone from your team volunteer? Mom. No. Janet. Then no, I can't give you one. Sorry. Mom. Wow, how rude. I thought you were supposed to have Southern hospitality. Janet. I'm from Michigan. Have a good day, ma'am. Dude, your second grader did not hang the moon and stars. Your second grader did not cure cancer. Your second grader and their team built a robot from a set kit, sort of like a Lego build set, and had a teacher help with the electronic part of it. Chill out. Edit. For those wondering, no, it wasn't actually first. It was Vex, whose world championship is being held in Kentucky, which is where the Southern hospitality thing comes in. Also, I don't know what grade her kid was in. I don't know information about her team. I just know it was during the elementary time, so I picked a grade at random. So for whatever reason, this reminded me of a kid that was in my grade when I was going to elementary school, whose parent was president of the PTA. For those of you who don't know, the PTA is the Parent Teacher Association. It's basically a bunch of parents telling teachers, hey, don't teach our kids this, or we want you to teach our kids this, or we want you to run the school a certain way. Anyway, so the school knew who he was because they knew his mom. Like, he would win citizenship awards for not really doing anything. He would win all these art awards for being kind of mediocre. He would dress up as Santa Claus for whenever we do some Christmas stuff for the younger kids. He would be lead in the choir. And the thing that really got me and the thing that really bugged me and stuck to me today is that we got to go on a field trip to a school that had this Star Trek thing that they had. Basically, they took a bunch of elementary school kids and they set them down in a room and made it look like the Starship Enterprise. And you'd have people at different stations, like a science station, security station, people at the helm, whatever. And guess who got to be captain? That's right, Mr. PTA President Kid. So if you're asking yourself, hey man, you're 36 years old and you're still bitter about something that happened in elementary school, let it go. Well, I'm going to tell you. Let's go to the next story. Entitled, Aunt Demands Choosing My Birthday Cake. Okay, sorry if it's not allowed to post another story on the same day, but I suddenly recalled this and it's the only other entitled story I have. It involves mostly me and my entitled aunt, but also my husband, uncle, and entitled aunt's 2 kids, my cousins, about 10 and 13, 14 years old. So this happened a year ago on my birthday. I was heavily pregnant and had anemia, so insane dizzy faint spells would come over me at random. It's relevant for later. Uncle was visiting with his family, the entitled aunt and kids, and my mother called him to ask if he could buy me a cake for my birthday, and she would repay him later. She wanted this to be a gift for me. He happily agreed since they were planning on taking us exploring to the nearby city anyway, and me and my husband and my cousins all hopped in the car As I said, I was quite pregnant and couldn't walk for long. Also, it was in the middle of summer, so it was hot as crap. Long story short, I started getting extremely sick. In order to beat that, I must immediately sit down somewhere and eat something, which is what I politely asked entitled Aunt and Uncle. This is the conversation. Entitled Aunt: but we haven't seen everything. Me: but I feel really sick, but it won't take long, and it's quite awful for me. You can go ahead of us and we'll catch up. Me and my husband sit at the nearest restaurant, cause I'm about to collapse, and Entitled Aunt and kids reluctantly follow. Entitled Aunt makes a cat butt face and sits at the table. She seemingly agrees to stay there with us, but then she starts bitching non-stop. Entitled Aunt looking at the menu: it's expensive! Oh my gosh! So expensive! Son's name: can't eat at a place like this. He wants something else. Me: okay. So basically she exits the restaurant with her kids and ducks off somewhere, angry that my uncle decides to stay with me and my husband, which eventually guilt trips us into following her and sitting somewhere else, where she wants. It was really crappy because I was honestly ill and she just didn't give two craps. Anyways, we had lunch and finally headed to the cake saloon. She came inside with me. As we were looking at the cakes: hey, husband's name, look at that strawberry white chocolate almond cake. Looks good. Maybe... Entitled Aunt: no, my kids don't like white chocolate cake. Don't choose that one. Me: so... Entitled Aunt: just take the chocolate one. They will prefer that one. Me baffled: okay, I'll think about it. Obviously, when the waiter came, I ordered the white one without even a glance at my aunt. Cue the biggest sour face and her ducking kids eat everything, and later only it blinks time to finish the damn cake. Ha. It kind of reminds me of a story that I told in another video about a friend I used to have that used to buy birthday and Christmas presents for things he wanted because, you know, it's like, hey, I'm gonna buy that for you because I secretly want it and I want to play it or whatever. So yeah, the aunt saying that, yeah, my kids won't eat that. Get the chocolate one. So the aunt really wanted chocolate cake. I think that was the thing, right? The aunt just wanted the chocolate cake. But good for her. Yeah, sour face cat butt. So thank you everyone for joining me in another video. Entitled Parents. Man, makes you want to have kids, right? Okay, well, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, kids.